Here is a different angle of Nancy doing all the work. What do you think, babe?
Of what?
Doing all the work.
Keeps me warm.
Oh, there you go. I showed a few people the Copper Dodger and they said they were stoked. They said a good idea and it'd be affordable for people to do. So this is the homemade Copper Dodger. There it is in the background. I used plexiglass for the windows. Pretty thin stuff, but it holds on good. You could cut these if you knew a storm was coming. You could put these in your boat so they didn't cause the wind resistance. You know, every little bit helps when you know there's a hurricane coming. But same here, plexiglass, a little thicker here. Put on by these brackets. I didn't have a piece big enough, so I used 2 pieces. But I'm using like recycled materials to fix this boat, upcycling. And just soldered it like a plumber would. You know, obviously you can't use shark bites or anything like that. You have to use plumbing materials, but I left a gap here on top. It's a handle. There's a handle here, and you can grab down here. And I sized it for some Harbor Freight solar panels. Piece of wood in the center. Beep. That goes down. I've got a little bit of clay in the cord in case I want to hook up another battery set. I want to put some lithium batteries in and have a whole different battery bank for an electric outboard motor to join the other 2 outboard motors. All right, a couple more things. And when we go sailing, quite often when I go to put the jib up, the hanks get locked down here. They pass this and get locked down here. So today I took a Home Depot. In the drawers you can find these rubber corks. This one's about 1 inch. I slid it halfway through, so I'm going to put that around and then put a stainless steel clamp on it, which I'll show you when I'm done. But because I don't have something to hold my phone, you won't get to see the process. There's the finished product. I drilled a hole through the center, cut a slit in it, put a stainless steel band, wrapped it with electrical tape, keep it from, you know, being sharp, and it's solid as a rock. My jib line will stop on that instead of getting hung up down in here. So we've been doing a few minor little projects on the boat. I'll show you. So the inside's still looking pretty bad, but there's the walls after we hung them. We're going to pull them out, put some teak oil on them, and insulate behind them, and that'll be permanent, and I'll show you that. The Traveler on my boat is kind of what they put on dinghies. It's 3/4 inch, old, hard to find ports for, and I've got screwdrivers that hold it into place. I bought this Genoa slider. I'm filing it to where it fits, and then I'll use these stoppers on the end. It doesn't have stoppers. I can't find stuff for this Traveler. It's very small for this boat, but it's only got a 9.6 inch boom, which is unusual. That's why these boats were kind of underpowered. Santana 28. You know, pretty easy upgrade. You could just get a bigger boom and a bigger sail. But I'm just going to keep it kind of authentic. Just go into bigger wind, and then I'll be perfect sailed. Hopefully I gave someone some ideas. That's the homemade Copper Dodger. I'm also going to make the bimini top out of that. Have some solar panels on that, and we'll be trimming out the inside of the boat and using teak oil. So I'll keep you posted on how that goes. It's starting to look nice, and we'll see that on next week or the next video I make. So here's some regular just footage of cruising around Puget Island on our boat. We ended up moving from our mooring ball to a marina in Cathlamet, which is awesome. We're getting way more work done. and it's easier to go sailing. It's just a little bit less work right off the dock. All right. Good old winter day on the Columbia. Pretty chilly. So there's our fancy companionway cover, and it's like a bar. You can just yell through it for a Coke, Pepsi, whatever you want. For instance, you too. Could you hand me a Pepsi, please? Perhaps a warm at. Snug as a bug in a rug. I love Livingston's.
It's because it's kind of that weird dark time.
Oh, that's what it is.
Phones don't know what to do. Because they don't, especially if you have them on automatic.
Well, it's good now. It's kind of a cool view of the back of the boat with the dual outboards.